Look at that. That is some special harvest technology. Yeah, another steep vineyard. It always amazes me the dedication that people take to grow these extreme places. So this is in Valtellina. It's an Alpine region between the Bergamo and the Rhaetian Alps. And this is the Barbacan winery worked by the Vega family. And they have 7 hectares of such steep vineyards at an altitude of between 400 and 700 meters. And they use these cable systems to transport now the grapes after harvest, but you can imagine that they have to use these systems during the season with various vineyard works. So yeah, that's amazing. Hello everyone, this is Winemaker Reacts 16 episode. We are back. We had a small break, lots of things happened. I was in China judging at the Concours Mondial de Bruxelles. We moved, as you can see, new office. We are right now preparing for this year's 2025 harvest. And yeah, subscribe and stay tuned for all the exciting projects that are coming up. And let's jump into the videos. Removing some green grapes. This looks like a green harvest. So this video was taken at Domaine Chapuis in Burgundy. And what he's doing right now is called green harvest. And basically he's removing green grapes before they ripen. So the rest of the grapes that remain on the vine are going to be more concentrated and they can ripen better. They have better airflow and better sun exposure. So this practice in the vineyard is basically enhancing the quality of the wine that you are going to produce. I actually made a video explaining the whole green harvest technique. You can check it out on Instagram or on YouTube. It is very slow and very precise work, but it has huge consequences, so it's very important to do, especially in such vineyards. I think this is a Grand Cru vineyard in Burgundy. So yeah, that's an interesting video. That's a steep vineyard. Okay, interesting technique. So this is a vineyard in Côte in the northern Rhone wine region. The dedication here is just amazing, working these extremely steep vineyards. Now they are spreading some organic manure in the vineyard, and yeah, you can imagine that no tractors can keep up with these steep hills, so they use this cable system to pull up the wheelbarrows of manure. This vineyard has an interesting soil type. It's called Côte Blonde, and it consists of pale granite and schist, known for elegance and fineness in wine, compared to the iron-rich Côte Brune. A peek into the cellars of Bodega, Vega, Sicilia. This winery is one of the most notable wineries from Spain. It was founded in 1864 in Ribera del Duero region. Their wines are often compared to Bordeaux's first growth, both in quality and reputation on the global market. How beautiful are these barrel rooms? You can tell with these prestigious wineries, the attention to detail is not just in the winemaking process, but the whole environment is just like a museum. The winery has 3 major wines that are pretty well known internationally. The big one is Unico, which is their Grand Reserva. It is typically aged for 10 years before release, which is pretty outstanding, 6 of which is aging in barrel and 4 in bottles. But they only produce this wine in top vintages, otherwise the fruit is used for their second wine called Valbuena. And yeah, Valbuena 5 is their second wine, which is usually aged for 5 years before release. And they also have a very special and unique wine called Reserva Especial, which is a non-vintage wine, meaning that is a blend of different vintages aged extensively. So yeah, that is a very limited and very special wine. But yeah, back to the video. Beautiful winery architecture, and I think they have around 3,000 barrels for barrel aging, and they even have a cooperage on site, so they produce their own barrels. I think they use mostly American oak for their barrels, and yeah, beautiful. Can't wait to visit Vega Sicilia soon. Also, we shouldn't forget about this part, this grandiose bottle aging site with all those racks. That's very pristine. Oh. That is a very sad video. This happened this year in the Veneto region of Italy, and there was this huge historic hailstorm destroying vineyards completely, as you can see from the video. And not just the fruit, but even the leaves are basically removed. The worst part is that this is going to affect even the next season. So it's not just this year's yield that is vanished, but even the next year's, because with such damage to the leaf system after Verazon, it messes up the carbohydrate storage of the vines that they would have to store up for the winter season. And this way, for the next season, it decreases dramatically the fertility of the buds, and it can delay ripening. And for this year, besides the lost yield, there is a huge infection risk of botrytis and rot that can occur. So after this, a rapid removal of the remaining clusters is very important to prevent the spread, and even some protection spraying is sometimes used. But yeah, this is devastating news, and I wish all the best to the families and to the wineries that are facing these challenges right now. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments, subscribe, and if you have any other video suggestions that we should check out, send them to Wine Inspires. And that's it for this video. Bye bye.
Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up.